Well, everybody, welcome back to the final day of Adventure on Discovery Island. I'm your host, Pastor Sue, and I am ready to go with you on this final journey. Is it just me, or has this week gone by so quickly? I have really been having so much fun listening to Lighthouse Keeper JJ and Beacon as they have discovered the Pathfinder lanterns each day. I think Miss Hannah's science experiments have been amazing. And of course, anything we hear from God's Word is the absolute best. So, one more day to discover. Let's take our final journey to Discovery Island.
Don't know what lies ahead, never walked this road before. Discovering who we're made to be as we discover who you are. Discovery on Adventure Island. Discovery on Adventure Island. Knowing God will always guide us. The Spirit leads we'll go. Trusting Jesus we will follow. Discovery on Adventure Island. We will seek until we find the way, the truth and the light. On a quest for the light. We go with hope, we go with trust, joy in our hearts, we lift you up. We go with love, we go with faith, 'cause we are seeking Jesus' face. We go with hope, we go with trust, joy in our hearts, we lift you up. We go with love, we go with faith, 'cause we are seeking Jesus' face. Discovery on Adventure Island. Discovery on Adventure Island. Knowing God will always guide us. The Spirit leads we'll go. Trusting Jesus we will follow. Discovery on Adventure Island. We will seek until we find the way, the truth and the light. On the quest for the light. Discovery on Adventure Island.
Welcome back, explorers. Are you excited about our mission? I can't hear you. I think Lighthouse Keeper JJ is also excited. So excited that he left Professor Luminari's journal here overnight.
So sorry I'm late. I overslept.
Overslept? I thought Lighthouse Keepers were supposed to be punctual and always on time.
We are. Well, most of the time. I was so excited about today's adventure that I couldn't fall asleep. I finally had to read some of the Lighthouse Keeper manual.
And was it so boring that it put you to sleep?
No. When I was young, my parents would read me some every night before bed. Sometimes I still like to curl up and read a chapter or two before falling asleep. My favorite part is right at the beginning.
Is that the part that states, constant, faithful, and tireless attention to assigned duties shall be required of all lighthouse keepers?
That's the one. My favorite part is the part that states, all persons shall be vigilant in maintaining lighthouse equipment and keeping track of all tools and accessories therein.
And you never leave anything behind?
Never. I am a lighthouse keeper through and through.
What about reference books?
I always carry that with me. You never know when you may need it.
And journals?
That too. Actually, I may have to change that to almost always carry it with me. I seem to have misplaced Professor Luminari's journal. Have you seen it?
I sure have. I'll tell you where if you can tell me my name.
Oh, that should be easy. I wrote it in the journal. Oh, brother. Could I have a hint? Explorers, could you help me remember our feathered friend's name? Oh, yeah, it's Beacon.
It sure is. Okay, now for my end of the deal. You left it right there.
Oh. Thanks so much, Beacon.
My pleasure.
Nobody can stop us from coming to Jesus. Ain't nothing gonna stand in our way. We'll do whatever it takes. We're busting through the roof just to get to Jesus. Busting through the roof in faith. Busting through the roof just to get to Jesus. 'Cause we know with His amazing grace, there's life and peace. It's everything we'll ever need. Our hearts are restored. We find everything we need and more in Jesus. Jesus, busting through the roof just to get to Jesus. Jesus, busting through the roof just to get to Jesus. Nobody can stop us from coming to Jesus. Ain't nothing gonna stand in our way. We'll do whatever it takes. We're busting through the roof just to get to Jesus. Busting through the roof in faith. Busting through the roof just to get to Jesus. 'Cause we know with His amazing grace, there's life and peace. Everything we'll ever need. Our hearts are restored. We find everything we need and more in Jesus. Jesus, busting through the roof just to get to Jesus. Jesus, busting through the roof just to get to life and peace. Everything we'll ever need. Our hearts are restored. We find everything we need and more in Jesus. Jesus, busting through the roof just to get to Jesus. Jesus, busting through the roof just to get to Jesus.
Okay, I found the last riddle in Professor Luminari's journal. Listen to this. If you've come this far, don't leave the last one behind. The lantern of hope should be the easiest one to find. Search for an empty tomb and the greatest hope around, involving an angel, a woman, and frowns turned upside down.
The Lantern of Hope. The easiest one to find?
We need to search for an empty tomb and the greatest hope around.
Hold on a minute. I think the greatest hope around is going to be in your reference book.
Yes, I think you're right. So we just need to look for an angel, a woman, and frowns turned upside down.
Well, those could be anywhere in the book, but a key clue is the empty tomb. There aren't too many of those in the book, are there?
No, there aren't. However, it looks like there are 4 books in the Bible that have a similar story. Let's check it out.
The book of John tells us about the greatest event recorded in the Bible. This single event changed the world forever. You see, God created a perfect world, but humans disobeyed God, and this separated them from God. God wanted to fix this and restore the perfect world. That's where Jesus comes in. Jesus was God's Son, God's perfect Son. He came to earth to be God in the flesh and show us all how much God loves us. He walked among people. Jesus lived a life no one else could live, and then he died to show how much God loved us and to help us find our path back to God. The only problem was that Jesus' friends, the disciples, were confused about the details of the plan. When he died, they were very sad. They thought everything was hopeless.
But all that changed on the third day after Jesus died. One of Jesus' closest friends, Mary, went to Jesus' tomb and discovered something extraordinary. First of all, the huge stone that was in front of the place where Jesus was buried was moved aside. It was a really big stone, even bigger than that. So big that an average person could not have moved it alone. As Mary looked into the tomb, she saw that it was empty. Her first thought was that someone stole Jesus' body, so she ran back to Peter and John to tell them what she saw. When Peter and John heard this news, they raced to the tomb. John was a lot faster than Peter and arrived at the tomb first. When they got there, they both saw what Mary had told them. Jesus' body was not there. Even though they saw all of this for themselves, they still couldn't remember that Jesus told them he would come back from the dead. They went home not knowing exactly how to feel. Mary, however, stayed at the tomb crying. When she looked back into the tomb, she saw two angels seated where Jesus had been. They asked her why she was crying, and she told them, "Someone has taken away my Lord." As soon as she said this, she turned around and saw someone standing near her. It was actually Jesus, but Mary didn't recognize him. She thought he was the gardener, so she asked him, "Where did they move Jesus' body?" All Jesus said in return was her name, Mary. And that's all it took for Mary to recognize him. Now overjoyed, Mary exclaimed, "Teacher!" Mary, full of hope, ran off excitedly to tell the other disciples that she had actually seen Jesus risen from the dead. And that's how it happened in the Bible.
That sure sounded like the right story. It had an empty tomb, a woman, and people who were sad and then happy.
I believe you are correct. So, if that is the story that helps us find the lantern of hope, where do you think it is?
Let's take a look. So our story today was found in John chapter 20. So maybe right here at J20.
Fantastic! At least we may have the lighthouse path fully lit again.
Yes, and I know you explorers are super excited to get on to our adventure today, so let's say our sign first.
Absolutely. Explorers, say it with us. Arise, shine, your light has come. The Lord's glory has shone upon you. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. Now, what pathfinder should we arise and shine with?
I'm glad you asked. Our story today gave me lots of hope. So our pathfinder saying today would be arise, shine with hope. When we say arise, everybody stand up. When we say shine, everybody stretch your arms over your head and bring them down to your sides. When we say hope, everybody clasp your hands together like you're hopeful. Can you say it with me, explorers? Arise, shine with hope.
Now it looks like everyone is ready to go.
I wonder what it would have been felt like to be Mary in that situation. She thought that Jesus was dead. She had no hope left in her. She had even watched him be put to death. She was filled with hopelessness, but now, 3 days later, she arrives at that tomb to find that it's empty because Jesus has come back to life. All of a sudden, that sadness is gone, and Mary again is filled with hope. And then she did what Jesus asked her to do. She shared that hope with others, everybody she came in contact with. And how amazing it must have been for her to see joy and hope come back onto their faces as well. When we thank Jesus for dying, coming back to life for us, and when we ask Him forgiveness for the bad things we've done, we experience that same hope that Mary had that day. But it's not enough to keep it to ourselves. You guys, we need to share the best news possible with everybody around us. So on this last day, explorers, arise and shine with hope.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. You came and rescued me. Jesus, I'm running into your arms. I know that you're welcoming me to come home. I'm running to where I belong. Jesus, there's nowhere
welcome back to our daily discovery. And today is the last day of our discovery here on Adventure Island. And I know that sounds a bit sad, but don't worry because I'll try to make it a great time. So let's get on it. Take a look at all of these beautiful roses. Well, I think you've noticed them here on my side of the past discoveries. But have you noticed something different with them? Well, they're different colors. We have yellow, green, red, blue, but all of these flowers weren't like this originally. They were all like this white roses right here. They all started as white roses. That's because I put them in different colored waters. Somehow, the colors in the water has risen into the flower blooms. And I wonder how that happened. So let's find that out and the science behind it. I have here 2 cups of water. Now I'm going to take this sheet of paper towel and copy paper, which I twisted into long shapes. Then I'm going to show you how these papers absorb the water. So I'm going to put them at the same time and watch which one absorbs the water faster. Maybe you can see that the paper towel absorbs the water faster, and that's because it's thinner and it is more absorbent than the copy paper. Now the fun part begins. Here we have cups of water with different colors, so red, blue, green, and yellow. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my pre-twisted paper towels and I'm going to dip it in the water. So one end will go in the red cup and one end will go to the blue cup. So I'm going to put it in and you're going to see in a few moments how the water and the color is being absorbed. And I'm going to do the same thing the rest of the cups. You can see how the colors have been absorbed by the paper towel and how the colors are starting to mix in the middle of the paper towel. Well, how cool is that? What we observed is called the capillary action. It works because the water molecules like to stick together, and the only thing left to do is to introduce a solid material that water likes to stick to, which is the paper towels or the very thin tubes inside the stem of the flowers that we have here. And our Bible story today tells us about the resurrection of Jesus from the dead. The word resurrection means that something rises again. A resurrection from the dead is very surprising and not what you would expect. Through Jesus' resurrection, God shined the light of hope. We can shine God's light of hope with others too. And that is actually everything from our daily discovery. This is your discovery leader, Miss Hannah. And so thank you for joining me in this fun-filled discoveries on Adventure Island. Remember, arise, shine with hope.
has rolled away all that's left an empty grave. Jesus, you are alive. Jesus, you are alive. Sin forgiven, I am free, standing in your victory. Jesus, you are alive. Jesus, you are alive. Death could not hold you, the veil tore before you. Your love has made a way, your love has made a way. Come on, everybody sing it, everybody celebrate. You reign forevermore. Come on, everybody's dancing, everybody celebrate. You reign forevermore. No greater love than this, gave your life so I could live. Jesus, you are alive. Jesus, you are alive. Forever I will be in your eternal family, Christ. Jesus, you are alive. Jesus, you are alive. Death could not hold you, the veil tore before you. Your love has made a way, your love has made a way. Come on, everybody singing, everybody celebrate. You reign forevermore. Come on, everybody's dancing, everybody celebrate. You reign forevermore. Death could not hold you. The veil tore before you. Your love has made a way. Your love has made a way. Your love has made a way. Come on, everybody singing, everybody celebrate. You reign forevermore. Come on, everybody's dancing, everybody celebrate. You reign forevermore. Come on, everybody singing, everybody celebrate. You reign forevermore. Come on, everybody's dancing, everybody celebrate. You reign forevermore.
What a day! Welcome back, explorers. It looks like we finally have all the lanterns we need to light the path to the lighthouse once again.
All of your hard work has paid off. We can finally relight the path to the lighthouse, which has been dark for years.
Don't know what lies ahead, never walked this road before.
But I am confident, never been more sure.
We are discovering who we're made to be as we discover who you are. Discovery on Adventure Island.
Great job. So, how can we shine God's light of hope?
Well, I have my theories. Why? What were you thinking?
Well, I think we can shine the light of hope by sharing the good news of Jesus with others.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too.
Great. After all these days of exploration, I feel like we've made a great team. The path looks great. Congratulations and great job, explorers. I hope you've had much fun on your adventures here on the island. I know I haven't had this much fun since I first tried to nest on Professor Luminari's head.
Yes, thank you for not trying to nest in my hair.
Since our discoveries are over, maybe we should go over a signal verse one last time. Remember, it's from Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. Arise, shine, your light has come, the Lord's glory has shone upon you.
And just so that you don't forget our last lantern, let's all say our Pathfinder saying once again. Ready? Arise, shine with hope.
Excellent. Well, I know many of you will be leaving the island soon, but I wanted to say thank you for all of your help this week. I feel so much better having the pathway lit once again. You are always welcome to return to Adventure Island.
Yes, I could always use an extra explorer here on the island with my adventures. Now, I'll pray and send you guys home to light others' paths with the lights of love, trust, faith, joy, and hope. Lord, thank you that you are the light of the world. Thank you that we can reflect your light to others. Thank you for the lights of love, trust, faith, joy, and hope. Please help us to shine your lights of love, trust, faith, joy, and hope onto the paths of others so that they may see you. Thank you. Amen. Well, explorers, we've had so much fun today.
And we can't wait to see you again.
Bye!
Hey everybody, this has been the best day of the whole week. Being able to share with you the good news that Jesus is alive and his love for you is the best part about Discovery on Adventure Island. Because Jesus lives, you and I can have hope even if the world around us seems hopeless. Now I hope everything that you've seen this week has been so enjoyable to you. Everything from our Adventure Island kids to Miss Hannah and her science experiments to Lighthouse Keeper JJ and Beacon the Puffin. I hope that you have really enjoyed coming our way as much as we've enjoyed bringing this to you. I would love it if you would keep in touch with us right through the website or through our Facebook page or YouTube, whatever you're watching right now. We are spaforlife.com or Southside Pentecostal Assembly in Edmonton, Alberta. But for now, this is Pastor Sue signing off and reminding you to arise and shine with hope.
The heavens declare your glory. The skies are the work of your hands. Day after day, all creation is praising. So I lift my voice and my heart will proclaim that you are the light and you shine in the night, and your glory is evident everywhere. You are the light and you shine in the night, and your glory is evident everywhere. I'm awestruck and filled with wonder at all that your hands have made. From stars in the sky to the fish in the sea, everything in between. Yet you still cherish me, 'cause you are the light and you shine in the night, and your glory is evident everywhere. You are the light and you shine in the night, and your glory is evident everywhere. Everywhere I'm going, I will go there knowing you are right there with me. I trust you completely. Everywhere I'm going, I will go there knowing you are right there with me. I trust you completely. You are the light and you shine in the night, and your glory is evident everywhere. You are the light and you shine in the night, and your glory is evident everywhere.
Each new day is another